Hello, I'm Neil Pye, and welcome to a Pirelli Natural Horsemanship special presentation. Tonight I'm joined by Pat Pirelli. Good to see you, Pat.
Hey Neil, how's it going?
And it's wonderful to be able to talk about horses, horse lovers, and really horsemanship. It's an interesting time now, more so than ever. People are talking about how should we be with horses. And tonight we get to share and talk with Pat, who probably more in the last 20 years has helped redefine horse-human relationships than anyone. He's turned a light on how it's the human's responsibility to learn, and tonight we want to talk a bit more about that. Pat, horse ownership has changed in your time. What are some of the changes you've seen?
I think the biggest thing is that the idea of humans owning horses for recreation has come to light, and what I mean by that is that it's been like that for a long time. It's just that nobody recognizes it. You know, there's several organizations for breeds and for different sports and things like that. So they're the ones that have magazines and get all the fanfare and people talk about that. And it seems like there's people that own horses do all these things. But in fact, most people own horses because they love them and for recreation. And I think that's one of the big things that's come lately, like, you know, for example, all the horse fairs that are out there. Thousands upon thousands of horse lovers show up that have hardly ever, if ever, competed with a horse.
Sure. Or plan to.
Yeah, or plan to. And so all of a sudden, this recognition of there's this whole demographic, this whole group of people that just want to learn how to be safe, have fun, achieve excellence. Maybe they want to learn the fundamentals of performance. A lot of them want to learn it just for the satisfaction of learning it. So to me, this is what I think is new and has come to light, is this whole new demographic of horse lovers wanting to learn.
And so tell me, what is it you think about natural horsemanship, which you've really championed? In fact, you coined the phrase all those years ago. What is it about that message that resonates more so now than before? What is happening in the shift with people or how we view horses?
Well, I see it from a couple of viewpoints. First of all, I think the whole world has gotten more sophisticated or more of a humane consciousness and less chauvinistic. You know, we're not viewing animals like they're subservient, more like partners, more like companion animals for life. So I see that as a big shift, and I also see that if it's not done with love, language, and leadership, today people they've had it with cruel training techniques, behind the barn training techniques, using drugs to settle horses down, using drugs to speed them up. They've just had it with the whatever it takes to win sort of an attitude, and people are not putting up with it anymore. And the dignity of the horse, I think that's a huge thing. You know, I mean, the word equus, loosely translated, means equal us, and that's where people, you know, in their hearts, they know that this great animal, the horse, not only equals us, but it completes us. And in fact, we even have the possibility to complete them if we have this thing called horsemanship. So I guess if we're going to use love, language, and leadership as our main ingredients, when we get to the leadership part, then I think what we have to do is we have to have this thing that says we're the ones with the ideas. We have to cause our ideas to become their ideas. So we have to go, do I want a horse that has more go than woe? Do I want a horse that every time I say, giddy up, he's gone? And every time he's gone, I've got to holler, whoa! Or do I want a horse that goes, slows, stops, turns, always feels confident, always has that feeling like, I know you know what you're doing, I'll go anywhere you go. I'll do anything you want. Well, let's just say that that's what we want. So let's call that thing the desirable effect, okay? So let's just say that we allow the desirable things to be easy. When we're in harmony, we leave them alone. You've noticed I've not gone over and good boyed him and petted him because, you know, prey animals, especially horses, praise, recognition of material things. That's not what motivates them. That's what motivates people. It might motivate your dog. But horses want safety, comfort, and play. All right? So I'm trying to get him to where he feels safe. I'm liking that. Atta boy. And I'm starting to get his kind of interest up here where he's going, all right, well, what if I don't want to do what you want to do? I'm going to start just showing you how that when he's doing the right thing, I leave him alone.
And Pat, over the years, you've pioneered home study programs. You and in harmony with Linda, your wife, have authored and created lots of products that educate people from just how to get started or all the way through to Olympic. In fact, you've had some of your students have recently won Olympic medals. So it's a large cross-section, but you've really dedicated your life to education. You were the first to come up with a levels program, a step-by-step, systematic way to learn. You did that, 10, 15 years ago, and I know you've updated it again. You've got a Get Started kit to really introduce people to the program, but I know for those that are really dedicated towards their horsemanship, you've created a pathway and even fine-tuned it more in levels 1, 2, 3 and 4. Can you tell us a little bit about, especially the fundamentals of it all, which is that level 1 information, and then why you've combined levels 1 and 2 together as a product?